Kal Kadosh Boker Or Mishna Yomi Masechet Bava Kamma Perek. We are in the 8th chapter, Mishna Zayin, which is going to be the 7th Mishnah, and the 9th chapter, Perek Mishna Aleph. Okay, so the 7th Mishnah comes and it says as follows. We were talking about now that you have to pay for the different damages which is going to be done. Even though the person is going to give the victim the 5 different payments, and nimchalo ad shivakesh mimenu, he's still not going to be forgiven until he asks for forgiveness. Meaning, don't just think, okay, fine, I'm going to beat the guy up, just pay him the kaddish. No, you still have to ask him for forgiveness. So he says, Shneimar says the pasuk, ve'ata, and now hashevesh et haish, Hakadosh Baruch Hu tells Avimelech, give back the man, meaning give back Sarah to Avraham Avinu, right? And you have to give him back, and then, right, and then he's going to pray for you. He says, now one second, okay, fine. Because he went there, he had to give him back, and then he's going to ask him for forgiveness, and he's going to pray for him. Okay. But how do you know that the person should not be akhsari, shouldn't be cruel? So the guy's going to say, you know what, I don't forgive you. You went and you did this to me, I'm not going to forgive you. So he comes and he says, Shneimar, but says the pasuk, the fact that Avraham Avinu right away did that, and he forgave Avimelech, and he prayed on his behalf, so too, we should do the same thing, which means that even if we're going to be suffering through the hands of somebody else, don't be cruel, forgive, and continue going. Okay? Haomer, if somebody comes and he says, Sameh tani, kata et yadi, shaber et ragli, chayav. Imagine a person comes to you and he says, blind me, cut off my hand, break my leg. Another guy does it. He asked for it, and he got it. What happens? Chayav. He's going to be chayav. Yeah? He's going to be chayav. Al menat liftor, he comes and he says, but if he comes and he tells him, do this, and on condition you're going to be exempt, then you're going to be still chayav. Yeah? Still he's obligated to pay. Why? Because a person will never want to suffer pain, and he didn't mean it seriously. And therefore when he said yes, we think it's like kilu, yes? Like kilu, you really think, like, meaning a person will never come and tell you, break my hand. It doesn't make sense. Okay? Karait kisuti, but what happens if he comes and he tells him, tear my clothing, shivoret kadir, or break my jug? So he says, chayav, he's obligated to also, right, pay for it. So here it's the same thing, but he comes and says, liftor patur. Here you're going to be exempt. Because if he came and he told you, break my jug on condition you're going to be exempt, here you are exempt. Not with the body, but to do with the possessions. Why? Because since he said it, and then afterwards he's coming and he's going to say such a thing, so therefore he's going to be accepted in such a case. Okay? Aseh ken liish ploni al menat liftor. If you're going to come and you're going to tell me, do so, right? Do so and so, right? And you're going to be, meaning I'm going to pay the damages for you. So you're going to be exempt. So I come and I tell you, Baba Haki, you go, you hit this guy, I'm going to pay for it. So he comes and he says, Chayav ben begufo ben mimono. The damager is obligated to pay whether he damaged the body or the possessions. One person cannot exempt a second person from payments, right, for damaging a third person. It doesn't work. So for you have to pay. Meaning, it does not help to say, you know what, do it, but you're going to be exempt. 1 second, are you the owner of this guy? And even if it's going to be a child, it doesn't matter. You cannot exempt the guy for somebody else. And therefore you're going to be, right, held responsible for such a thing. Here he comes and he says, right, one who sent him is a wicked man, obviously, because, obviously he encouraged him to do an avirah, but at the end of the day, right, he's still going to be obligated. Perek tet Mishnah Aleph, right, the 9th chapter, Mishnah Aleph. Hagozel etzim vasan kelim. If you're going to come and you're going to steal wood, and you make them into a utensil. Remember that when a person steals, technically speaking, they don't get lashes. Why don't they get lashes? Because it's a lav anitan le'ashava. What does that mean? Since there's a lav anitak laseh, since you could positively come and give back that which you stole, v'shivat egzelah asher gazal, it's a positive commandment. So therefore, since you could fix it, you don't get lashes for the negative commandment of stealing. Okay, so it says here, agozil etzim, you came and you stole, right, pieces of wood, and then you made them into utensils. Semed, asam begadim, you stole wool and you made them into a clothing. Meshalem keshata gizelah, you're going to pay according to the time of the robbery. Because since now it changed, you acquired it, and now if it's going to be worth more, doesn't matter. What did you steal? The clothing? No. You stole wool, so pay for wool. What did you steal? The wood, so pay for wood. Now the wood became into a big, I don't know what, a hat, or I don't know, so, no, but only the way that it was paid. Okay, Gazal para me'uber v'yalda. What happens if you stole a pregnant cow and they gave birth? Or Rachel, the tiuna, right? Rachel tiuna gzaza. Or this was a Rachel, which is like a sheep. And then you came and you sheared it. You have to pay the value of a para, which is going to give birth, or Rachel, which is going to be sheared. That's what you have to pay. Okay, which means here you have to return the way that it is, and you have to pay the difference also, right? The way that it was at the beginning and now, because obviously now it's not pregnant anymore, or now you don't have the wool. Gazal para venitabra etzov yada. What happens if you stole the cow, and now it became pregnant when it's by you, by the person that stole it, or you stole the Rachel, you stole the sheep, and now now that's to get a haircut. Now it starts getting all the wool. You only pay during the time of the gezelah. Why? Because only the time of the thing. Later on, yeah, but later on it was not by you. Later on, it's something different. So therefore, you only have to pay at the time of the when you stole. This is a general rule. All the robbers are going to pay according to the time of the robbery. Okay, so he only has to pay the owner the amount the animal was worth then when it was stolen, and obviously double. He also has to pay. Obviously if he was caught or whatever it is, and he didn't admit to it, and so on and so forth. But those are just the regular halachot.